When Meghan joined the royal family, I was so looking forward to her being a member of the royal family. I was absolutely on board with it. I loved the fact that there were these amazing headlines. OK, some of the writing about her wasn't ideal, but I think overwhelmingly the British press and the British public welcomed her. But as time has gone on, it's really difficult to support her. And this, absolutely, to answer your question, it leaves her reputation completely in ruins. How does one forget that you have collaborated on a major biography, one that previously you have denied having a part of? She also claimed that the letter was this terrible invasion of privacy by publishing it, yet Jason Knauf has admitted that she went through it with a fine-tooth comb using precise language, knowing that it would be likely it would end up in the media.
Let's just turn to that. Now, these are comments. So this is the second part of it. This is what makes it also difficult. Did she write the letter knowing that it would be leaked and therefore almost accepting that the Mail on Sunday would print it? Because if she did, she can't complain. So these are her statements to this man, Mr. Knauf. Given I've only ever called him Daddy, it may make sense to open the letter as such, despite him being less than paternal, and in the unfortunate event it leaks, it would pull at heartstrings, which sounds a little bit deliberate. Then obviously everything I have drafted is with the understanding that it could be leaked, so I've been meticulous in my word choice. She says, real, honest and factual, and if he leaks it, then that's on his conscience. At least the world will know the truth. Words I could never voice publicly. So that, Gemma, this is the secondary part, makes it look like she wrote the letter in order for it to be leaked.
It does. I have to agree. I think...
You're a fan of hers.
Well, I wouldn't go that far. I think the thing is, I mean, so at one point when there was a cacophony of negative rhetoric about her and it felt very much like a sort of global pile-on, there was lots about it that I've never felt particularly comfortable with, especially when it was analysing her relationship with Harry and has she influenced him, made him do this, all of that stuff. I felt like we can't comment, it's between two people. And also, you know, I often found there was a sense that I don't really like criticising a woman for being strong or having influence. To me, that's not necessarily a bad thing. But with all of this, it's undeniable. It feels manipulative and it feels dishonest and it does feel deliberate. And I think there's been so much and it just drags on. And what we really, I think, want now is sort of silence, just for all of it to go away.
I don't know, because now we're thinking, hang on, the story of the racist royal, was that not true either?
Well, this is what everything gets called into question. Their credibility goes day after day. And I'm sorry, it is actually reasonable to call into question who was behind the move to the States, to call into question aspects of the relationship. They are members, or they were members of the royal family. They still want to use their royal titles. They are living this sort of half in, half out life. Oh, you know what? We're royal enough to get $150 million from Netflix, but not quite royal enough in order to have to deal with negative headlines.
I think Harry has his own mind. That's what I'm trying to say. And also, I think you're right to it. You are right. But then it makes me question further the role of a royal family and having princes and princesses in this century going forward. I think the Queen is obviously extraordinary, but you've got Prince Andrew, you've got Harry and Meghan. You know, why?
What a shame. What a shame that we're having that conversation, because every time they do something like this, they chip away at the credibility of the crown and the Queen, a woman in her 90s who's lost her husband, and now all of this is happening. And with
and Andrew.
And Andrew, but Andrew at the moment, nothing has been proven about Andrew. No, I'm no defender particularly of Andrew, but if that ends up being proven, absolutely
I think it calls
correct.
into question the whole thing of these very, very privileged people sort of preaching and advising us how to live.
But hang on, she's one of them then, is she?
Completely.
But we understood she was the outsider. She was coming in as a modern face and voice. But you talk as if she's always been royal, but she hasn't.
No. OK. So what I'm trying to say is, like you, I felt similar. When she came into the royal family, I thought, here's a breath of fresh air. I watched the wedding day.
I agree with every word Chris said.
I've always felt so sorry for Harry and William for losing their mother. Anybody with a heart feels that, OK?
Their
and I also
was
think...
lovely as well.
Exactly. And I also think he is very damaged by it. And he has spoken about that at length. And I feel at one point that was drowned out by criticism of his wife. And I think if you respect somebody, you don't just go for their partner, because that is hurtful. And the more you do that, the more someone's going to dig in as well.
We were talking earlier, Storm, about Donald Trump when he spoke about Harry and Meghan, and he said, and this is when he was president, he said it in a press briefing, he said, I think you all know I'm no fan of Meghan, but Harry, I wish him luck. He's going to need it.
I feel sorry for Meghan, not for the reason that Trump does. I feel sorry for him because constantly he's being undermined in his intelligence and his choice making and his ability to function. Harry to function as a Harry, not Trump. His ability to function as a human being and make decisions. Harry fell in love with Meghan. Harry decided to marry Meghan. Harry made a decision to have children with Meghan. Harry is living his best life. So all these people coming out and saying, "Oh, I really feel sorry for Harry," or "Oh, Harry's got it in for himself," it's like.
But okay, there's a little bit of a wisdom.
Sorry,
the wisdom of the Mail is a tremendously powerful newspaper. You're going to take them on and you're going to tell a story in court that isn't true.
Yeah, at this
that's
stage,
going to make them have to apologise and pay money, and then they're going to find out it wasn't true. That is a bad place for you to be, whoever you are, isn't it, Christo? That's not a good place to be in.
Absolutely, and especially when you consider the priority that we just heard in those words, in those texts that you held up. She wants to pull at heartstrings. She wants the world to know the truth. And she's more concerned with that and the image of brand Meghan, not brand British royal family, than anything else. And that is why she took on that newspaper, and that is why she's looking foolish now.
Isn't it interesting, though, just to think that, so if you are a royal, then you have to be with somebody who's very, very just quiet, behaves, toes the line. And that's what I'm saying, is maybe that is at odds with modern living going forward.
Well, Fergie was not that person.
No, she wasn't.
She really wasn't. And,
she wasn't. But this is the thing.
Meghan isn't. And you might say Kate is. Kate is playing the game, I guess.
Kate's a very good royal. In terms of what we're looking for from a royal, I think Kate is a very, very good royal. So is William. They're both very good royals. I don't think Harry and Meghan were into that kind of lifestyle.
No,
I think that's fine.
But also they've seen a way of earning a colossal amount of money, and why criticise? Yeah.